Arda Ocal and GlitterXplosion here on stage. The ESPN EXP Apex Legend Invitational is complete. TSM are your winners. Albrelelli, Reps, and Imperial How with the medals around their necks. First of all, hold them up so the camera can see.
Right?
How heavy are they? How do they feel?
Pretty heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a pound, bro. This thing's heavy.
I think we should start by, you want to do the bite, like the metal bite? Why don't you do that for the camera right now, just so we get that out of the way. There we go. Congratulations, boys. Team Solo Mid are your champions here. Well, Imperial Hal, let's start with you. We talked with you after day one. You guys were in the lead, and you were talking about what adjustments you would make going into day two. It seemed like you guys had a target on your back very early, but you weathered the storm. Take us through day two.
So day two, one of the games, Reciprocity tried to land on me when I was solo because they know I land by myself. So they did that on purpose so they can kill me, and it really messed us up, but it also messed them up at the same time, and they decided to stop doing it. But we knew it was down to the last game. Like, it was tied, or it was really tight, top three, and we got to this spot that we had to. We saw Snipe Down and his team, and what was the other team? What's it called?
Sentinels.
Sentinels. They're all fighting, which was a really good sign, because if you're not in water treatment already, trying to rotate into water treatment, it's really hard. So we knew that we had that in the bag as soon as we saw them fighting outside of water treatment.
So you mentioned Sentinels and Reciprocity. It was very close going into game number 6. Were you guys doing the math as the game was going along, or were you sort of leaving that till the end and just playing your game?
When we heard we were tied, we were definitely just doing the math and trying to figure out, how many points we needed and how cautious we had to play and the fights that we needed to take. And yeah, really, that's just it. We just measured everything that we had to do. Everything was calculated.
Now, you guys struggled a little bit on day one, still did pretty well for yourselves, but it seemed like you really found a good groove today here on day two. Now, moving forward, congratulations on Poland, but moving forward to Poland, do you guys have anything that you think you want to work on, or any strategy you're going to change, or you're just going to keep going with how you're doing right now?
We're still going to be trying new strategies to see if we can come up with anything new. Like, we were doing Caustic in all the scrims, and our reasoning behind that was because we knew Caustic was not going to be as good as he is on LAN, or he's not going to be as good on LAN as he is online, because everybody plays way safer on LAN. So the reason why we ran so much Caustic was to make teams run Caustic. If they see us have success like that, we want them to run Caustic, which you noticed in the first day. There was a few teams running Caustic. And we're just going to keep improving and hopefully take home first again at Poland.
I love it.
You guys were mentioning at the end of day one that placement was very important going into this. Now when you look back on the tournament, hindsight being 2020, how do you rank placement versus eliminations in this format?
I think the kills were a little bit more outweighed. Like, it was more worthy to go for kills than placement. But if you think about it, if you go for placement, the kills will come to you. Like, you can't just go for kills just straight up, because eventually you're gonna die. You can't win every fight. You're not gonna get good armor every time. Right. So if you just play passive, go for the placement, the kills will come to you.
So you guys were all mentioning that placement would be more important. You were adding value to that. Did that change going into day two because of what you just said there?
No, we still kept our game. We knew kills were more important, but we just kept our cool, and we got it out.
Certainly seemed to pay it off as you guys have the gold medals around your necks here. Let's talk about some positives and maybe some challenges about the tournament. Let's start with, what did you like overall when you look back at the tournament as a whole here at X Games this weekend? What are some of the things you enjoyed about the tournament?
Just playing in it, man. I loved being a part of this. This was the coolest thing. This is my first major LAN event to go to, so coming home with a gold medal from it it's amazing.
About yourself, are there anything, when you look at the structure, when you look at the other competitors playing in this environment, the crowd, the LAN, what did you enjoy about it?
Everything. The setup was great. Usually the setup is not that great. There's not a lot of space, but everything was great. There was not any complaints.
Right. Okay, Reps, how about some challenges? Let's start there. Any challenges from this, or when you look back on it, anything that you would change?
Only challenges were the audio for me. I would have preferred if we could have had a little bit better audio, but it was still pretty good audio, so I don't think it was that big of a downfall. So, yeah.
Anything from both of you?
I don't even know what the question was.
Oh, it was more, what are some of the challenges from this tournament that perhaps you might change in future tournaments?
Challenges, probably our loot. Our loot was pretty bad, like majority of the games, and we might need to switch up. But like I think the reason why we won today was because of our rotation. Like we're in the middle of the map, so we can get to zones pretty quickly compared to everybody else. But yeah, usually our loot was pretty bad, so we might change that.
Now, coming into this event, you guys were already one of the favorites to do well. You kind of proved both myself and whoever thought that you guys were the favorites right, which I thank all of you for that. But that kind of increases the pressure on you guys moving forward to the next event. Do you feel that, or do you kind of bask in it a little bit?
I don't think it really increases the pressure too much, because regardless, we're just going to go there, we're going to play the best we can, and we're going to prepare even harder than we prepared for this event, and I think we're going to do amazing.
What about you guys?
What about you guys?
I think this just gave me a confidence boost.
Okay.
I'm going to be going to that LAN with all the confidence in the world, ready to take first.
The pressure was really bad after the first day, for me personally, because like everyone was looking at us. We were first place. We got to keep it up, and we started choking. Like we started doing bad. We were first place, and we were like, oh, we're first place this whole time, and we're slipping it away until like the last game. But after this, it's like a relief, and we're like really confident because, in the community, we weren't that high ranked in terms of their, perspective. So I'm glad that we proved them wrong.
Except for Glitter, because Glitter did mention TSM going into this tournament. Let me ask you the same question this way. Poland will have a different format, right? It'll be double elimination. It's going to be a little bit different than what we see here. Are you guys more or less excited going into that tournament, assuming you participate, of course, than the system and the structure that was here this weekend at X Games?
I don't think I'm more or less. I'm just still excited to be there. Yeah. I'm excited to play in everything we can.
Yeah. How about you, Hal?
I love going to like international flights, so it would be a great experience to go to Poland. But in terms of format, it's kind of a weird one. I've never played that format before, and there's a lot of teams participating. So we don't know for sure like how we're going to feel about it until we play it, but we'll do our best.
Last question from me is, what do you think is next for Apex Legends Esports? I know that you guys may or may not have heard announcements on what's coming up. We have more preseason events coming up, and then whatever may come, after you guys have won this event, you have this momentum going into the future. How exciting is it that really Apex Legends Esports is on the horizon?
It's just great, when a game is thriving, then the players thrive. So, it just goes hand in hand. It's just amazing to have that.
Any thoughts? No. You're just happy to be. You've already said, I'm building that momentum and I'm taking it to the next event, so that's great.
What about you, Rebs?
I'm hoping they do some sort of like a pro league or something, like a pro season. Yeah. And I think that would be amazing and bring in so many viewers to the game.
So you hear that? They need a pro season. They want to keep proving themselves. We need some sort of arena for that. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
I do have one more question, actually. After going through this tournament, how much more are you looking forward to the possibility of custom lobbies to be able to practice?
That's going to be the most important thing for the competitive scene. The sooner we get customs, the better, because then we can actually get full 20-man lobbies full of full pro players. We don't have to, do snipe lobbies, getting randoms in the lobby, and customs really where it's going to be.
Feel those sentiments?
Yeah, basically the same thing that he said. It's really important to have customs because you can't really have. There was really, like, all the practice that we had beforehand is not even close to what happened on LAN. Like, everybody that showed up today all had to adapt. Like, it's all on the fly. So, when customs come out, it will help a lot.
Okay, one last question, actually. I just thought of it. How will you celebrate this? What's the first thing you guys are going to do? Are you going to celebrate as a team? How are you going to celebrate?
Probably get a team dinner or something with somebody else. Maybe the second place, third place team. I don't know.
Are you going to treat them, or are you going to let them pay for themselves?
We'll probably treat them. Most likely.
Wow.
Yeah.
How nice of you. Do you agree with this? Are you going to help split the bill?
Okay.
Of course I'm treating my boys.
That's nice to hear that. That's
We've
very nice.
got a unique original answer here.
Okay.
I'm going to Disneyland.
Hey, on brand. Well done. Well done. On that note, congratulations to Team Solo Mid. TSM is your ESPN EXP Apex Legend Invitational champions. Hold those medals up, boys.